Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is coopzilla, and I am bringing you another StarCraft 2 broadcast. I am very excited for this broadcast today because we have, as you can read down here, liquid TLO, and in the bottom right we have Butcherski. Well, that was my little boxing pre-game show. I am so excited to be casting a TLO. Someone I know on StarCraft, nicknamed Corrupt. Well, she doesn't know who TLO is, and so she will know after this game, because we all know that TLO knows that the little one is the bomb. And you did notice I used the word ze. It is much more profound than the bomb. The bomb is way cooler because TLO just deserves that. Oh yes, TLO. He is a very creative Terran player, and he has popularized a lot of builds that a lot of Terran players do go now. And so I'm excited to see what comes out of his mind today. A little brain goo. I want to see what happens. Is he going for a fast command center? I've been seeing this in a few of his replays recently. He's been going a command center before barracks. You notice there is no barracks on the field, yet he is throwing up a command center. And this is similar to what a Zerg player would do. You can see the Zerg player has thrown up his hatchery before the spawning pool. And what does this all mean? It basically means that they're going for mass economy, which means we will probably be seeing a long game. And if you do notice that this game is in parts because I can't upload a long A game, well, this might just be a clue to you. This game might last more than 5 minutes. I don't see a rush coming out of either one of these players anytime soon, just because they have nothing to produce any army units except for right about now. Spawning pool just completed. Pops and starts gooing its little goo everywhere. Wow, that's interesting. Is that a little reflection in there? I'm not sure. It kind of looks like an eyeball. But anyways, we have a drone transfer coming down for Butcherski, and as for TLO, he is starting the SCV making down here. We can see at the harvester tab they are pretty much equal. TLO is in the lead just because it's hard for a Zerg player to get that early lead in drones, and that might be one of the reasons why TLO does go for this second fast command center, morphing into an orbital command, getting the mules down quickly. As the mules start mining, you can see, even though that the Zerg is starting to pump, the minerals per minute goes up quite significantly for the Terran player, just because mules are so fast at mining. And that's a really great way for any Terran player to just get the mass amount of minerals that they need to pump out these Marines and early units and early buildings to get everything that they need. It looks like a factory is going down for Genero. Oh, Genero, I mean TLO. Sorry about that. I was just had Genero on the mind, I guess. Ooh, too much StarCraft when you're thinking about Genero in your sleep. I have dreams about Genero and TLO and Spanishiwa. A big StarCraft threesome. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Anyways, we have a nice little wall off from TLO to prevent any lean rush. Well, I guess not a rush, but a run by into his base. It'll just be so hard, especially with all these Marines hanging out. There is a one weak spot, the supply depot, if the Zerg chooses to go any sort of banelings. I don't see anything on the way. An evolution chamber is coming out, and a few, there's the evolution chamber to maybe create a little bit more of a choke point, and these spine crawlers will create even more of a choke point, and by choke point I mean that in the pun as a possible way, as they have a point, we'll be able to poke it out Nice little waterfall coming out of the rocks in the midst of this Overlord. Let's just take a moment and relax. Peaceful. Peaceful StarCraft. Let's get back to the game. I feel so rested now. I just feel like a new man, ready to see anything that TLO can pump out of his brain into my brain. And we see a switch going down on this reactor, probably to get out some quick medevacs, and if in the future maybe some Vikings if they choose to, if Butcherski chooses to go any sort of Broodlord or Mutalisk harassment, which is a possibility for all Zerg players to do that Mutalisk harassment. But we do see a Baneling's Nest on the way, and that will be quite key. This little supply depot is a weak point, a weak link in this wall-off chain where they could just bomb these, and only 400, and it is a smaller, only 400 hit points. It could just wipe through that, and the Banelings are a very good idea. And seeing how many Marines TLO has on the field right now, we have quite a few Lings coming out, 14, just starting to build up a few Queens to pump the creep, and good timings on the larva injection. And so we will be seeing in the very soon minutes, a nice little combat, or maybe just some scouting, or maybe just we'll just go back to the waterfall and relax. As we wait for these Marines to hut all the way across the field. They run, they run, they run, they run, they run. And they get sucked up into the medevacs. This guy is running away. No! Don't take me! But, ooh, moving away, we might be seeing some two-pronged harassment. So many Lings! But they get sucked up. Good reaction time by TLO. Oh, nice! Oh, never mind. But that is pretty good. You know, drop a few Marines into the Banelings, just one Marine at a time will take out a Baneling, and that way they won't be taking out your entire army at the same time. It just kind of whittles down the Zerg number, and this guy is going to be coming around maybe for another harassment. So many medevacs, it's hard to keep an eye on them all. I'm going to try to do my best. A lone Marine hut-hutting around the field. These guys are on a path. These guys will be going over here, stimming up, killing a lot of Zerglings, and they get sucked back into the medevac. It looks like only one died. And this medevac with 5 Marines will be coming around. This one's hanging out. He's dropping the Marines. Oh, what's going on? It's hard to see everything. I want to see everything at the same time. And at the same time, the Mutalisks are going out to harass, maybe looking for this medevac. Looks like General... I did it again. TLO will be coming in here. And scoot, 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 and fight, fight, fight. This hatchery will be going down, hopefully, and oh, there it goes. And then over here, oh, and the Banelings just take that guy out, and this guy, this medevac will be going down pretty quickly. But as TLO does, he is never just thinking about one thing at a time, but these, oh, mama. That is a sad day for those Marines. This Zerg army is looking quite powerful right now and quite scary. We have an auxiliary hatchery on the way, and this hatchery is being rebuilt at the moment. TLO is pumping out the Thors, which are a great counter towards any sort of Mutalisk or anything like that. Looks like they're blowing up that reactor because they don't want it to be there. And another reactor going down over here. Looks like he just wanted to get the Thors out because that little wall off he had in the beginning was a little bit too small. And it looks like he will be taking out these rocks to expand in the near future. I do want to point out that TLO has a very special Thor. It looks different than my Thor because TLO is awesome, and it's a special upgrade that Blizzard offers where maybe attending something or maybe you have to buy it. But anyways, it makes your Thors look very cool. So these Mutalisks will be coming in. Some Stim Marines can take them out though, but it doesn't look like TLO will be able to get some chances of maybe 1 or 2 Mutalisks go down in that fight. but not enough to dwindle the Zerg army or the Zerg menace. A Viking is out here doing some harassment on this lonely Mutalisk. A Mutalisk versus a Viking. Pretty sure the Viking would win, but with the backup of a Queen, yeah, bye-bye Viking. So it looks like we have a Thor out here waiting for any Mutalisk harassment. TLO is building some missile turrets all over the place just to protect himself.